Do you know anything about electric drums? That is a question people ask me some of the times. Hey, what is going on? My name is Drew Harper, and I'm here with another video. As you can see, it would be dumb to say like, I'm here with another audiobook. I'm here with a video. And it's for you who wants to know if I know anything about electronic drums. First off, I do know about electronic drums. I played a Roland TD30 twice a month for 3 or 4 years. I played at a couple of churches and they used electronic drums, so I know something about electronic drums, as well as the last month or so I've been researching electric drums just because I love drums and I love knowing more about drums. But my reasoning for doing so is because I wanted to know how to convert an acoustic drum kit into an electronic drum kit. You know, if I had to down the road, if I get an apartment or something, you know what I'm saying. I have learned a lot about electronic drums. Am I the best person for this? No, but people who ask me ask very easy questions. What kind of kits do you recommend? And then in that, which kits might feel more like an acoustic kit, or how do I make an electric kit feel like an acoustic kit? Stuff along those lines. First off, electronic drums will never, ever, 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 ever feel like acoustic drums. Now, that just bummed out a bunch of people who were like,
I wanted the best acoustic drum feel.
You can get some certain things. Make the electronic drums feel a little bit more like acoustic drums. Here are the things you need to look for. A kit with mesh heads, so not the rubber pads. You are more likely to get closer to an acoustic feel. Here is a tip for you.
Detune them
a little bit. You don't have to have them too tight. Think of how your acoustic drums are tuned. The looser they are, the lower they are. Do that a little bit with your electric drums. Your high tom will be a little tighter than the second tom. And obviously your snare drum will probably be a little tighter than all of them. Tune them to a feel that you like. Number 2 is look for your pedals. Your pedals will change everything. So one is, don't get an electric kit with a kick drum trigger pedal. Get one that you would need an acoustic kick drum pedal to hit a pad rather than just a trigger pedal. That'll make it feel more like an acoustic kick drum because you're actually using a mechanical force, not a digital sensor. Your second one is your hi-hat pedal. Most lower grade electronic kits have a trigger pedal for your hi-hat. Doesn't feel anything like a hi-hat. The best ones are the ones with an actual hi-hat stand. Not all of them have hi-hat stands, and not all of them have all the parts in the package to make it work with a hi-hat stand. But here's a tip. On Amazon, you can get a trigger that allows you to put that one pad that you use for your hi-hat on a hi-hat stand, and you can use it to open and close and switch between your open and close hi-hats. It's like, it is a trigger switch, right, for your hi-hat, but it's not your foot switch. It takes place of it. You have 2 cables usually for a hi-hat. One goes into the hi-hat pad, one goes into the foot switch. Instead of putting into the foot pedal, the foot switch, you put it into this little thing, and I can put it right here, the picture of it. It's by Go eDrum, and allows you to use the hi-hat stand with your electronic drums. With that, you would need a hi-hat stand as well. If you already have an acoustic kit, you can use that hi-hat stand, or you can buy one. That will help you feel more like an acoustic kit because you have the right pedals. Number 3, you can set up your drums in a way that emulates an acoustic kit. Put your snare drum on a snare drum stand. That way it adjusts the same way as a snare drum. Number 2 of that, so we're on step 3, but number 2 of 3, just space out all the pads a little bit farther, because the size of an acoustic drum is not the size of an electronic pad. So one pad is like this, the next pad is the same size, and the next pad can potentially be the same size. But a drum goes this big, to this big, to that big. Space them a little wider. Don't put them all the way too low, and don't put them way too high, but put them higher and a little farther apart. That goes for your cymbals too, because you could just bring them way down, raise them up a little bit. Now another thing is, you can convert an acoustic kit to an electric kit. You have to do a lot of research about that, which I've done, but that's an option. But what are some kits that give you what you want? Feel a little more acoustic, but they don't break the bank. I would say Alesis, because they work really well. You have more options that already have mesh heads, so I would go that route. I think their most expensive kit is like 5,000 bucks, possibly. That's Canadian. I'm a Canadian. I'm sorry for anyone who's an American and don't understand, but just kind of like take 1,000 off of that and you're about right. There's a lot of options with more pads for cheaper prices too. The only downfall, most of their kits that have mesh heads don't have the hi-hat stand, but they have decent like cymbal pads already. They just don't have the hi-hat stand. They have a foot switch instead. You can go and spend that 70 bucks on that thing and have your hi-hat stand there. You have to be careful when you go do this because I think there's 3 different models. If you get the wrong one, it won't work. I'm gonna look and see on my handy dandy phone because I took notes when I'm thinking about building an electric kit out of an acoustic kit. So I have a bunch of notes and prices. So it's by Go eDrum, and it's a hi-hat switch. The code for it is the GHC-AN. The AN is for Alesis. So you can spend a lot less money on an Alesis kit that already has the potential to feel like an acoustic kit. Now, here's another thing. You can go buy used. Used is perfectly acceptable. And you can do the same thing with the hi-hat stand thing. Now, if you're a big spender, you can go ahead and spend 10 grand on the Roland TD50X acoustic like looking kit. So it's literally acoustic shells with electronics built in with the TD50X module, and that thing will be the most like an acoustic kit that you can possibly get. I think it's like $10,500. Like, that is a lot of cabbage. I doubt anyone watching my videos are like, I'm all over that one. I got 10 grand to spare. I wish I did, because that would be a cool drum kit to try out. Hey Roland, if you, or like Sweetwater or Long & McQuaid, I'd love to compare your most expensive electronic drum kit to, you know, the average decent electronic drum kit, you know, just to see if it's actually worth the money. That would be sick. Somebody get me in touch with Roland or somebody. I'm learning about electronic drums. If you want to hear what I've found out, how I could convert this drum kit into an electric drum kit, let me know in the comments. Just tell me what you want to know about electronic drums, and maybe I can give you some clarification on that. If you have any questions about, you know, drums in general, I could maybe do like a question and answer video. I hope you have such a great day. I hope this gave you some knowledge about electronic drums, some understanding. I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember to always dream big. See you guys.